Have you ever considered that much of the weakening many experience as they get older might stem less from the number of years lived and more from what they consistently choose to eat, or perhaps what they neglect? It's quite noticeable how some older individuals experience a decline in muscle strength, overall energy, and ease of movement, while others seem to sail through their later years, remaining vibrant, walking readily, smiling often, and sometimes even continuing meaningful work well past their 100th birthday. This stark contrast isn't merely a matter of chance or good fortune. The significant difference often comes down to established routines, conscious intention, and, very importantly, the quality of their nutrition. If you find value in exploring these kinds of insights for a healthier, stronger later life, please consider liking this video or subscribing to Old Age Wisdom to ensure you don't miss out on future discussions. Among the populations known for their exceptional longevity across the globe, Buddhist monks stand out, holding on to ancient wisdom regarding health and vitality, wisdom you're poised to uncover right here. This video delves into 5 straightforward, entirely natural, and highly functional foods. These specific items have been integral to the diets within Eastern temples for countless generations, utilized specifically to fortify the body, help preserve essential muscle mass, and sustain vigor, even for those well past the age of 60, 80, or even 100. These are not randomly selected foods. Their inclusion is purposeful. They possess properties that actively help combat the muscle loss known as sarcopenia, significantly enhance the body's ability to absorb vital nutrients, and provide support without introducing harmful toxicity. Monks reaching ages like 110 with remarkable mental clarity and physical strength often share a fundamental practice. They consume their meals with profound awareness and deep-seated wisdom. Now, you will have the opportunity to understand the principles behind their approach. You certainly don't need to reside within temple walls to achieve healthy aging. However, by beginning to integrate the knowledge shared here into your own life, you could potentially observe tangible, positive shifts within just a few weeks, experiencing greater energy levels, improved stability in your movements, and a renewed sense of drive. These 5 particular foods form a cornerstone for achieving active longevity. Pay close attention, as the final one, the 5th food we will discuss, is widely regarded as the most potent of them all, capable of sustaining the body when other supports may become less effective. If your goal is to live your years with enduring strength, a sharp mind, and the freedom to move easily, we encourage you to show your support by liking this video and subscribing to Old Age Wisdom for more content like this. Take a moment also to turn on the notification bell so you're alerted to new uploads. Furthermore, declare your commitment by commenting below, "I choose to age with wisdom and strength." Voicing this intention can solidify your resolve and mark the beginning of a revitalized phase for your health journey. Few people are aware, but starting around the age of 50, our bodies often initiate a quiet, gradual process of muscle deterioration called sarcopenia. It typically doesn't cause pain initially, offers no distinct warning signs, and doesn't trigger immediate alarm bells, yet it is steadily progressing. Year after year, a small amount of lean muscle mass can be lost. This translates directly into reduced physical strength, diminished stamina for daily activities, and less stability when you move. The most concerning aspect is its subtlety in the early stages. Many individuals only become truly conscious of it when everyday actions that were once effortless start becoming challenging. Things like easily rising from a chair, carrying grocery bags, ascending a flight of stairs, or bending down to retrieve something from the floor. The body perceptibly slows down, leaving a feeling that something important is diminishing, though it might be hard to pinpoint exactly what. This gradual decline doesn't merely impact physical capabilities. It can also significantly affect self-esteem, the sense of independence, and even personal identity. Think about it. Who do you feel you are when you begin to need assistance from others for simple tasks? When a fear of falling starts to creep in? When getting out of bed is accompanied by aches? Or when activities that used to be second nature take considerably longer? This kind of wear and tear, while common, is not an inherent, unavoidable part of aging that must be accepted. It has become normalized, but it shouldn't be considered standard. The reality is that many of these symptoms arise not strictly from the passage of time itself, but rather from a consistent lack of the right nourishing foods, insufficient appropriate movement, and a lack of intentional self-care. This is precisely the understanding that Eastern monks have cultivated for centuries. Buddhist monks traditionally live with only what is essential. They often lack access to the advanced modern medical interventions we have, nor do they typically spend hours in fitness centers. Despite this, a remarkable number of them live well beyond 100 years, maintaining upright postures, firm bodies, and active lives. They navigate steppes, cultivate gardens, and walk meditatively, often barefoot, through mountainous terrain. The crucial difference lies in how they nourish their bodies with wisdom. They understand what the body requires before it begins to show signs of weakness, and they strategically utilize specific foods known to support muscle structure, even deep into advanced old age. This approach isn't some fleeting dietary trend. It represents a time-honored tradition passed down through generations. If you've been feeling that your strength is waning, that your endurance isn't what it once was, or that your muscles seem less responsive, consider this a subtle signal, a quiet request from your body essentially saying, "Nourish me correctly, or I will continue to fade." The encouraging news, however, is that this process can often be significantly slowed, and sometimes even partially reversed, by incorporating the right kinds of foods into your diet. That is the very purpose of this video, to unveil the 5 specific foods that help sustain the muscles of centenarian monks and guide you on how you can begin incorporating them into your life starting today. Now that you grasp the significance of this, please pay close attention, because the first food we'll explore offers benefits that extend far beyond basic nutrition. It works profoundly within the body's tissues, muscles, and even influences your fundamental vital energy. It might appear almost too simple to possess such profound power, but within Buddhist wisdom, spinach is regarded as more than just a leafy green vegetable. It serves as a symbol of quiet, steady vitality. Consumed almost daily by monks, often in light, easily digestible soups, simple broths, or uncomplicated stews, spinach embodies the type of nourishment that doesn't burden the system or promote inflammation, while simultaneously providing deep nutritional benefits. Abundantly rich in essential minerals like iron, magnesium, and potassium, as well as vitamins A, C, and particularly vitamin K, spinach acts directly upon the very systems that keep our bodies mobile, our muscles, bones, and joints. When spinach becomes a regular feature in one's diet, improvements in muscle recovery speed, overall endurance, and available energy often begin to return naturally. A lesser-known fact is that vitamin K, plentiful in spinach, plays a crucial role in maintaining both muscle mass and bone density. It assists in synthesizing proteins that muscles require for growth and repair, and also aids in the proper fixation of calcium within the bones. When this is combined with the vitamin C and iron also present in the plant, the overall effect is amplified. The body becomes more efficient at absorbing nutrients, circulation tends to improve, and bodily tissues can begin repairing themselves more effectively. This synergistic effect helps explain why many Buddhist monks, even while adhering to extremely light dietary patterns, manage to remain physically active well into their later decades. Furthermore, spinach possesses natural anti-inflammatory properties. It helps to reduce inflammation within the body's tissues, which is particularly beneficial for muscles undergoing the natural wear and tear that often increases from age 50 onward. While contemporary approaches might involve isolated supplements or heavily processed products to combat sarcopenia, monks continue to place their trust in nature and the enduring simplicity of methods proven over centuries. They consume spinach not just for its nutritional payload, but with a certain reverence, viewing it as a form of living medicine, valued as much for the gentleness with which it delivers its benefits as for the benefits themselves. This principle, nourishing without causing harm, stands as one of the great secrets to achieving spiritual and physical longevity. Another significant advantage is its digestibility. As the years advance, the body's capacity to efficiently digest heavier, denser foods can diminish. Here, spinach truly excels. It is digested with ease, absorbed relatively quickly, and places minimal burden on the digestive system. This translates into more energy being available for what truly counts, maintaining an upright, firm, and strong body. That's precisely why older monks frequently use it as a foundational element in many meals. It sustains without weighing down, regenerates without demanding excessive effort. A food exhibiting this profile is invaluable for anyone aspiring to age with both strength and a sense of lightness. If you feel you need a dependable, straightforward, and readily accessible starting point for enhancing your vitality, spinach presents an excellent first choice. But please keep in mind, this is just the beginning. For more remarkable foods lie ahead, each contributing uniquely to different aspects of bodily strength and overall vitality. And remember, the fifth and final food is considered the most powerful, the one that helps sustain the body even beyond the age of 90. Among the foods held in highest esteem by Buddhist monks, few concentrate as much strength into such a small package as sesame seeds. These tiny seeds, often discreet and almost unnoticeable on a plate, are considered absolutely essential for individuals aiming to fortify their bodies without introducing potential toxicity. Sesame is regarded as one of the most complete foods available for supporting the health of muscles, joints, and bones, particularly after the age of 50. This is the stage when the body typically begins to lose not only muscle mass, but also some of its natural elasticity and resilience. It is precisely in this context that sesame emerges as a true, silent agent of repair. Exceptionally rich in crucial minerals like calcium, iron, phosphorus, magnesium, and zinc, sesame acts as a natural mineralizer. What this means is that it nourishes the fundamental structural foundation of the body, helping to strengthen bones, ligaments, and even supporting the central nervous system. However, perhaps the most remarkable aspect is its high concentration of quality proteins and beneficial healthy fats, especially prominent in black sesame seeds, which are most commonly used within Buddhist traditions. These healthy fats contribute to the production of hormones essential for muscle preservation and also significantly improve the body's absorption of fat-soluble vitamins, nutrients the body absolutely needs to remain strong and capable of regeneration. Monks who regularly incorporate sesame into their diet often report experiencing increased energy upon waking, fewer aches in their joints, and greater endurance during long periods of walking or other physically demanding activities. Sesame can be consumed in various ways: raw, lightly toasted to enhance its nutty flavor, ground into a paste known as tahini, or simply mixed into dishes like rice, soups, and cooked vegetables. Regardless of the method, a core principle often repeated is less is more, especially when consumed with presence and intention. A single small spoonful per day, utilized thoughtfully, can potentially nourish the body with more effective strength than an entire meal eaten distractedly or automatically. Another vital point is sesame's role as a source of lignans and potent natural antioxidants. These compounds actively combat oxidative stress, which is recognized as one of the primary contributors to premature aging and the gradual loss of muscle function. By adding this simple seed to your daily routine, you are essentially strengthening your body from the inside out. Monks refer to this effect as building base energy, that quiet yet firm underlying strength that sustains the body through decades of life. It's hardly surprising, then, that so many of these practitioners continue to walk with notable vigor even into their 90s or past 100. What you consistently put on your plate directly builds what remains of your physical structure. If you sense that you're losing strength, feel your structural integrity weakening, or notice your body isn't responding as readily as it used to, sesame might offer that subtle yet powerful reinforcement you've been missing. And our journey into this ancient wisdom continues. The next food we explore works even more directly, activating both physical energy and what might be considered spiritual vitality simultaneously. In the Buddhist tradition, the physical body is often viewed metaphorically as a temple. Just like any sacred space, this temple requires warmth, healthy circulation, and a sense of presence to function optimally. This perspective helps explain why ginger, that simple yet powerfully aromatic root, is a ubiquitous presence in the kitchens of nearly all Eastern monasteries. It's included not merely for its distinctive flavor, but for the specific effects it awakens within the body. Ginger is widely known as the root that effectively awakens the vital systems, significantly activating blood circulation and providing a noticeable boost to the energy levels of both muscles and joints. When considering the goal of aging with robust health, ginger transforms into a truly invaluable, albeit invisible, ally against feelings of weakness, physical stagnation, and the general slowing down that can affect the body. After the age of 50, it's quite common for the body's metabolism to naturally decelerate. Digestion may become less efficient, blood might circulate with less vigor, and the time required for muscle recovery can lengthen. This is precisely where ginger steps in masterfully. It possesses properties that gently warm the system, help cleanse it of impurities, and encourage movement. Its natural thermogenic effect subtly speeds up the metabolism, aiding the body in processing toxins more efficiently, reducing inflammation within tissues, and activating key energy centers. It's almost as if ginger delivers a gentle message to the body. Wake up, stay alert. There's still much journey ahead. This internal signal can infuse tired muscles and stiff joints with renewed vitality. Beyond its remarkable activating capabilities, ginger also plays a crucial role in improving the absorption of nutrients from other foods consumed. This is absolutely vital for anyone focused on preserving precious muscle mass during maturity. After all, consuming nutritious food provides little benefit if the body cannot effectively absorb and utilize those nutrients. Ginger acts as a natural digestive facilitator, enabling vitamins, minerals, and proteins to be assimilated more thoroughly by the body. Older monks, often subsisting on extremely light diets, manage to maintain strong physiques precisely because of attention to details like this. Their bodies absorb nutrients more efficiently because they are kept clean, awake, and activated internally. Ginger can be easily incorporated into daily routines through various methods. Brewed into warming infusions or teas, added to savory broths, grated over cooked vegetables or into soups, or even mixed with rice for added flavor and benefit. In Eastern traditions, it's quite common practice to consume a small amount first thing in the morning, often on an empty stomach, to metaphorically light the inner fire, as the masters might say. This fire, within the Buddhist context, represents more than just physical warmth. It symbolizes vital life energy, the fundamental force that drives not only muscles but also thoughts, emotions, and personal discipline. It is this very force that helps prevent the body from simply succumbing to the effects of time. If you often feel your energy levels are low, sense your circulation is sluggish, or notice your body responds slowly to your intentions, incorporating ginger might provide the missing boost you need. However, this journey of discovery isn't complete. The next food we will discuss is frequently used during spiritual retreats and is associated with the energy of deep reconstruction within the body. Within the dietary practices of Buddhist monks, every element serves a purpose. Nothing is selected merely for taste. Each food item is chosen for its contribution to both spiritual and physical well-being. Among the fruits considered most symbolic and potent for those seeking to preserve strength during their mature years, the plum holds a position of special significance in Eastern tradition. It is often perceived as a food that facilitates deep purification and the essential renewal of vital energy. When we focus on the objectives of healthy aging, maintaining firm muscle tone, and supporting the body's natural recovery processes, the plum functions as a genuine agent of reconstruction. Packed with vitamins A, C, K, and various B-complex vitamins, the plum provides direct nourishment to muscle tissues, offers protection for bone health, and contributes to improved circulation. However, its truly distinguishing characteristic lies in its high concentration of potent antioxidants and dietary fiber. These components work synergistically to cleanse the system, reduce bodily inflammation, and restore balance. By effectively combating harmful free radicals and significantly aiding digestive processes, plums help minimize the accumulation of toxins within the body, toxins that are directly implicated in the loss of energy and the hindrance of muscle regeneration. It's as if the plum gently creates the necessary internal space for the body to effectively rebuild itself, achieving this in a manner that is gentle, naturally sweet, and remarkably efficient. Another often overlooked benefit is the plum's profoundly positive impact on intestinal health. Older monks intentionally consume plums, either dried or fresh depending on availability, precisely because they understand that a healthy, well-functioning gut forms the absolute foundation for efficient nutrient absorption, which is critical for muscle maintenance. When the intestines become blocked, sluggish, or laden with toxicity, the body simply cannot properly utilize the nutrients it receives, regardless of how healthy the diet might otherwise be. Consequently, muscles can begin to deteriorate even when nutritional intake seems adequate. The plum, by effectively regulating intestinal function, promotes a virtuous cycle of complete nutrient absorption and supports ongoing cellular regeneration. It doesn't just feed the body, it actively prepares the body to optimally receive and utilize the nourishment that truly matters. In the broader spiritual culture, the plum also stands as a powerful symbol of resilience and positive transformation. It thrives even in challenging environmental conditions, ripens at a slow, deliberate pace, and maintains its firmness despite exposure to intense cold or heat. For Buddhists, these characteristics mirror the kind of inner strength we aspire to cultivate as we navigate the aging process. This symbolic weight is why the plum is often offered during spiritual retreats, ceremonies, and significant moments of personal or spiritual transition. It sustains the physical body while the spirit simultaneously gathers strength. This harmonious union of physical and spiritual support is considered the true secret to conscious, mindful longevity. If you feel weighed down by sluggishness, low energy, slow digestion, or sense your body needs both lightness and deep nourishment, the plum might be the ideal fruit to help cleanse you from within while simultaneously strengthening you from the outside. And what follows next is even more exceptional. The fifth food is widely regarded as the most powerful of them all. It is credited with sustaining monks who live beyond 110 years, helping keep their bodies upright and functional even when age itself seems irrelevant. Among all the diverse foods consumed by the most exceptionally long-lived Buddhist monks, there exists one that transcends mere nourishment. It actively teaches the body the art of resistance: lotus seeds. These seeds, often discreet and relatively unknown in Western cultures, are treated with immense respect, almost as living relics within Eastern traditions. Inside each ethereal lotus flower, a plant famously born from mud, yet blooming with impeccable purity, lies a seed that remarkably concentrates the very essence of silent strength, spiritual longevity, and profound physical regeneration. The resilience of these seeds is extraordinary. Archaeological findings include lotus seeds that successfully germinated even after being buried for over 1,000 years. This incredible ability to remain viable across centuries speaks volumes about the potential benefits they offer to those who consume them. Nutritionally, lotus seeds are truly impressive. Approximately every 100 grams provides around 24 grams of high-quality plant-based protein, positioning them as one of the most complete natural protein sources available. This makes them exceptionally valuable for individuals focused on rebuilding muscle tissue, supporting overall body tone, and maintaining an active metabolism, even as age advances. Furthermore, they are densely packed with essential minerals such as phosphorus, magnesium, iron, and potassium, alongside potent antioxidant compounds that actively work to reduce cellular wear and combat chronic inflammation, two of the most significant factors contributing to muscle health decline after the age of 60. However, what often surprises many is their remarkable digestive lightness. Unlike numerous other protein sources, lotus seeds do not tend to overload the digestive system, nor do they typically cause bloating or water retention. In fact, they can even help regulate intestinal function, which, as we've learned, directly enhances the absorption of all other nutrients consumed. Buddhist monks often incorporate lotus seeds into their diet, particularly during extended periods of fasting or deep, silent meditation retreats. They are viewed as a food that effectively sustains the physical body without clouding or agitating the mind. In many temples, these seeds are prepared simply, often cooked into light, nourishing soups or brewed into comforting teas, used specifically to regenerate the body while keeping the spirit alert, focused, and centered. There's a sound physiological basis for this. Lotus seeds contain specific compounds known to help balance blood glucose levels, offer protective benefits for brain health, and enhance a sense of vital energy, coupled with emotional stability. In essence, they strengthen without causing overstimulation, nourish without introducing toxicity, and foster a state of calm presence. Symbolically, the lotus plant itself represents triumph over adversity. It originates in muddy waters, grows through darkness, and ultimately emerges above the surface to bloom with unparalleled purity and strength. Its seeds inherently carry this same powerful energetic signature. They help the body remain strong even during difficult times, fostering regeneration even when external circumstances might seem unfavorable or declining. This profound symbolism leads many monks to refer to lotus seeds as the food of the resilient spirit, a substance that teaches not only how to endure, but how to truly flourish, irrespective of time, discomfort, or the challenges of age. This deeply ingrained practice helps explain why numerous spiritual masters, even at ages 90, 100, or sometimes exceeding 110 years, continue to exhibit remarkable clarity of mind, enduring strength of body, and a palpable lightness of soul. They didn't just achieve balance in their eating, they nourished themselves with profound wisdom. If you feel that the passage of time is beginning to take a noticeable toll on your body, that your energy reserves aren't what they once were, and that your muscles seem to require something deeper and more fundamental than conventional protein powders or medications, lotus seeds could very well be the quiet, potent answer you have been seeking. Because when food is imbued with purpose, it transcends mere routine and becomes a pathway. And perhaps that pathway is precisely what can keep you upright, strong, and lucid, even when conventional notions of age suggest otherwise. However, simply knowing about the 5 most powerful foods utilized by centenarian monks holds limited value if you remain embedded in a lifestyle that actively hinders your body's potential and consistently sabotages your energy levels. You could diligently consume lotus seeds, ginger, and spinach every single day. But if the majority of your time is spent sitting, if you neglect regular movement, continue to indulge in heavily processed foods, consume excessive sugar, partake in toxic beverages, or live in a state of persistent emotional imbalance, your body will likely continue its path of weakening. This is because the nourishment you provide through food must be complemented and supported by how you actively live in and use your body. Monks don't achieve longevity solely through powerful foods. They live in rhythm and harmony with their physical forms. They engage in daily walking, practice conscious breathing, meditate regularly, prioritize restful sleep, and, crucially, avoid poisoning the very system they are trying to nourish. It's entirely possible to be consuming all the right things nutritionally yet absorb very little benefit, because the human body isn't just a biological machine processing nutrients. It functions more like an intricate energetic field that constantly reacts to your overall way of living. If this field is consistently overloaded by inactivity, suppressed anger, chronic stress, or poor dietary choices beyond these specific foods, no single superfood can perform miracles. It's time for an honest self-assessment. How often do you make an effort to eat better, only to find yourself later that same day succumbing to excessive portions, eating driven by anxiety, or neglecting essential physical movement? How many times do you tell yourself you're simply too tired for a walk, yet subsequently spend hours passively scrolling on your phone or sitting in front of the television? Time continues to move forward. Your body is likely sending subtle, or not so subtle, signals, and every small choice you consistently repeat day after day is either actively constructing or gradually dismantling the physical vessel that will carry you through the coming years. Are your daily habits feeding health and healing, or are they inadvertently feeding weakness and decline? Buddhist wisdom fundamentally does not separate what we consume from how we live. The masters emphasize that the most truly powerful nourishment is that which is consumed with full awareness, with a sense of lightness rather than burden, and with consistent discipline. If your genuine desire is to age with enduring strength, mental clarity, and the precious freedom of movement, it's not enough to merely eat like a monk. You must begin to cultivate aspects of living like one. And that transformation starts not with grand plans for tomorrow, but with the conscious choices you make right now. If this understanding resonates with you, then you are truly prepared for the next crucial step. learning how to effectively integrate these powerful foods into a sustainable routine that genuinely works for you. Simple, practical, and entirely achievable, even if you're just starting today. Possessing knowledge about the right foods is certainly a valuable starting point, but the factor that truly yields lasting results is consistent, practical, and ongoing application. These 5 foods, spinach, sesame seeds, ginger, plums, and lotus seeds, are generally accessible, relatively easy to prepare, and can be seamlessly incorporated into almost any type of daily routine. Even if you find yourself short on time, feel less than confident in your kitchen skills, or share meals with others who have different preferences. The guiding principle here is simplicity. There's no need to overhaul your entire diet overnight. The most effective approach is simply to begin, and the more natural and less disruptive the integration process feels, the easier it will become to maintain long-term. Let's break it down into manageable steps, beginning with spinach. One of the best ways to prepare it is by lightly steaming or quickly sautéing it, which helps preserve its valuable nutrients. You can easily add it to soups, mix it into scrambled eggs or omelets, use it as a base for warm salads, or simply serve it alongside rice or other grains. Consuming about 1 cup per day can already make a noticeable difference. If you prefer spinach raw, blending it into your morning green smoothie with fruits is an excellent option. Sesame seeds, conversely, are incredibly easy to incorporate. Simply sprinkle them over cooked rice, mix them into bean dishes or salads, or add them to your breakfast bowl of fruit or yogurt. If possible, try alternating between white and black sesame seeds for a broader range of nutrients. Aiming for about 1 tablespoon per day is generally sufficient. Ginger offers extreme versatility. You can slice fresh ginger root and steep it in hot water for a warming tea, grate it finely over cooked vegetables for a zesty kick, mix it into rice dishes during cooking, or add it to soups and stews for depth of flavor. Remember that a small amount often goes a long way. Ginger is potent, and it tends to work best when consumed in small, frequent doses rather than large amounts infrequently. Avoid overdoing it. Plums, meanwhile, can be enjoyed in 2 primary ways: fresh when they are in season, or dried, as prunes, year-round. Consuming just 2 dried prunes daily, perhaps with breakfast or as an evening snack, can significantly aid digestion and enhance the absorption of nutrients from your other meals. If you enjoy incorporating them into recipes, they pair well with porridges, oatmeal, or combined with other fruits like apples or bananas in cooked dishes. Lastly, lotus seeds might be the least familiar item on the list, but are still readily available in many natural food stores, Asian markets, or online. You can cook them similarly to dried beans. Soak them first, then simmer until tender, and add them to simple soups or savory meals. Alternatively, they can be toasted and ground into a flour, which can then be used to make porridges or added to drinks. If finding them proves challenging, even consuming them on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, but doing so consistently, is still highly worthwhile. Their strengthening effect tends to build up over time through accumulation. Remember, small and frequent additions are generally more beneficial than large amounts consumed sporadically. The absolute key lies in maintaining simplicity. There's no requirement to create complex recipes or dramatically alter your entire way of eating all at once. Start by consciously adding just one of these foods into your regular routine. Choose a time of day that works best for you. Prepare it thoughtfully, and pay gentle attention to how your body responds over time. These foods don't operate like fast-acting medications. Rather, they function as foundational building blocks. And a body built upon a strong, well-nourished foundation possesses a significantly greater capacity to withstand the natural processes of time. If you have journeyed with us this far through the video, please accept our sincere congratulations. It's a common tendency for people to neglect dedicated care for their bodies precisely when that care becomes most crucial. However, the simple fact that you are here, actively seeking knowledge and understanding, signifies a potent desire still burning within you. A desire to continue living your life with quality, autonomy, and enduring strength. Recognize that this decision, this commitment to learning and potentially implementing these changes, however small it might seem in this moment, could genuinely represent a pivotal turning point for the quality of the years that lie ahead of you. Because when you consciously tend to your foundational health, often everything else around you begins to shift positively as well. This journey isn't about expecting overnight miracles. No single food possesses the power to completely reverse the clock. Yet, the 5 specific foods you've learned about today, spinach, sesame seeds, ginger, plums, and lotus seeds, all share a vital commonality. They build and restore. They operate without aggression, generally don't cause adverse rebound effects, and require no complicated formulas or extreme sacrifices. They nourish, strengthen, and regenerate quietly, steadily, day by day. When used with consistency, particularly alongside small, manageable adjustments to your daily habits like incorporating gentle movement, ensuring adequate rest, and managing stress, these foods truly can offer significant protection for your muscle mass, your energy levels, and your precious freedom of movement. Simply getting older is not the fundamental problem. The real issue arises when we passively accept the notion that weakening and decline are inevitable consequences of aging, because, for many aspects of health, they are not. Making conscious choices about eating well, moving your body regularly in ways you enjoy, prioritizing sufficient sleep, and mindfully tending to your daily routines. All of these powerful levers remain firmly within your grasp. Time inevitably passes for every one of us, but the impact that passage leaves upon your well-being largely depends on the choices you consistently make, starting right now. Even if you feel you've started later than you might have wished, the most important step is simply to begin. Your body still possesses a remarkable capacity to respond positively to care and nourishment. To continue receiving content that genuinely aims to help, inform, explain, and respect this significant stage of life, please subscribe to the Old Age Wisdom channel. Show your support by hitting the like button, and be sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss future uploads offering clarity, truth, and practical, viable pathways for living with enhanced health and greater autonomy. We also encourage you to share this video with someone you care about, perhaps someone who might be experiencing a loss of strength but just needs a little encouragement and knowledge to start making positive changes again. Finally, take a moment to affirm your commitment in the comments below by typing, "I choose to care for my body consciously and consistently." This simple sentence can serve as a powerful declaration of your intention and mark the very first step on a renewed journey toward vitality.